了个水在东边了。你看瞅着的车过来了。哎呦我的妈去！瞅着车走了。
A night of relentless rain has turned into one of the deadliest natural disasters to strike northern China this year. In Hebei Province's Kuancheng Manchu Autonomous County, powerful flash floods tore through streets, swept away vehicles, destroyed critical infrastructure, and claimed at least 21 lives. Tens of thousands of residents have been forced to flee their homes as rescue crews race against time to reach isolated communities. Tonight, we take a closer look at what happened, why the flooding became so catastrophic, and how emergency responders are battling one of the region's worst disasters in recent years.
哦，不要人活了，要怕血人哦，一个到单了。
都跑多少个了？
啊？
The disaster unfolded overnight between July 12th and July 13th, when intense rainfall overwhelmed Kuancheng County, a mountainous region in Chengde, Hebei Province. Within just a few hours, quiet streets transformed into fast-moving rivers. Water levels rose with astonishing speed, leaving many residents with little or no time to escape. Videos shared across Chinese social media platforms captured scenes of incredible destruction. Cars floated helplessly through flooded roads before being slammed into buildings or carried downstream by raging currents.
哎呀，一刀下来，一血洞的，哎呦我的妈呀！一二三。
In one widely shared video, floodwaters more than 2 meters deep engulfed an entire street. Vehicles bobbed violently before disappearing beneath the muddy water as emergency responders struggled to reach those trapped by the rising flood. The force of the water was so powerful that many online viewers compared the scenes to the aftermath of a tsunami rather than a typical inland flood. Local authorities have confirmed that at least 21 people have lost their lives in the flooding. More than 104,700 residents have been affected across the county, while tens of thousands have been evacuated from neighborhoods considered too dangerous to remain in.
妈呀！车到这个了，车他妈撸这个来了！哎，我操你妈，车冲跑了！哎哎哎！
Beyond the tragic loss of life, countless families have seen their homes damaged or destroyed. Roads have been washed out, communication networks disrupted, and electricity cut off in several communities. For many survivors, the coming days will be filled with uncertainty as they wait to learn whether their homes and belongings can be salvaged once the floodwaters finally recede. China's emergency response has expanded rapidly. The Ministry of Emergency Management activated a Level 4 geological disaster emergency response, allowing additional personnel and resources to be deployed into the affected region. Search and rescue teams from neighboring provinces, including Beijing and Tianjin, have joined local emergency crews. People's Liberation Army units have also been dispatched to assist with evacuations, while helicopters continue surveying flooded valleys and rescuing residents trapped in isolated locations.
你看那个就是栏杆干的色，那个栏杆干的色，那个栏杆没得，水就没那么大的，就是。哎呀，一刀下来，一血洞的，哎呦我的妈呀！
Temporary shelters have been established in schools and community centers, providing displaced families with food, clean water, and a safe place to stay. Medical teams are working around the clock to treat injuries while also preventing potential disease outbreaks that often follow large-scale flooding. Despite these efforts, rescue operations remain extremely challenging due to damaged roads, landslides, and ongoing power outages in several villages. Officials continue urging residents to avoid unnecessary travel and to follow evacuation orders immediately. Meteorologists say several weather systems combined to create this disaster. Moisture left behind by Typhoon Bavi interacted with seasonal weather patterns over northern China, producing exceptionally heavy rainfall. Kuancheng County's mountainous landscape further intensified the flooding. Instead of slowly soaking into the ground, enormous volumes of rainwater rushed downhill through narrow valleys and river channels, dramatically increasing both the speed and force of the floodwaters. The China Meteorological Administration had already issued red alert warnings for heavy rainfall across Hebei Province. However, the intensity and rapid development of the flash flooding exceeded many expectations, leaving some communities overwhelmed before emergency measures could fully take effect. The tragedy in Kuancheng is not an isolated event. Other parts of northern China, including neighboring counties in Chengde, as well as areas of Liaoning and Inner Mongolia, have also experienced severe rainfall, flooding, and landslides in recent weeks. Climate scientists have increasingly warned that extreme rainfall events are becoming more frequent and more intense, even in regions traditionally known for relatively dry conditions. While no single weather event can be attributed to climate change alone, experts say rising global temperatures are contributing to more volatile weather patterns and increasing the risk of devastating floods like this one. The danger is far from over. Forecasters are predicting additional rainfall across the region over the next several days, raising concerns about renewed flooding and fresh landslides. Authorities are continuing damage assessments to determine the full extent of destruction to roads, bridges, homes, and public utilities. Recovery efforts are expected to take weeks and possibly months as communities begin the difficult task of rebuilding. Officials are also expected to review emergency preparedness measures and flood warning systems to determine whether future disasters can be better anticipated. For now, the focus remains on saving lives, supporting displaced families, and restoring essential services to communities devastated by this tragedy. Our thoughts are with everyone affected by the floods in Kuancheng County, especially those who have lost loved ones or been forced from their homes. As this remains a developing story, casualty figures and damage assessments may continue to change as more information becomes available. If you found this report informative, please consider subscribing for reliable coverage of major weather events and global disasters. Stay safe, stay informed, and thank you for watching.
这个要泡了，我朋友们。